Good evening, my friends. What is this here? Oh, of course, I can't bring up the date. October 19th, I believe. It's a Sunday. Beautiful fall day. Look at those colors over there. Absolutely incredible colors. Especially when the sun hits them like that. They just glow. And yeah, a lot of people actually plan tourist trips about this time of year through the fall, September, October, a little November, just to see these beautiful colors that our trees turn in the butthole of Canada. Then they turn brown like shit, fall off the trees, but we're in the butthole, so that makes sense, right? What did I do? There was a branch that was in this tree here that was hanging. It had fallen and been laying across some other branches, and yeah, this is a black locust tree, and I can't show you right at this instant, but I've talked about it before, that the branches, so the trunk at this point, like, you can touch the trunk and you'll be okay, there's not thorns on it, but any of those branches that are going up, like, I don't know, maybe on a bigger TV you can see, I can see them with my own eyes from here, the thorns that these plants have. So yeah, having a broken branch potentially to fall on someone's head was not, and I could be that person that it would fall on. So I had this huge long, it was two hockey sticks fitted together by my old neighbor Dave, and it had like a cutting, like a tree cutting, limb cutting saw at the end of it. And so I went to use that to knock it down. And while I was knocking it down, another limb actually kind of came down. So as I was trying to get the other limb, as I call it, Dave's tool, I broke Dave's tool. And as I used to say to my landlady, I love Dave's tool. It was so awesome for cutting up really, really high stuff. And now it's broken. So I suppose I can make another one, but it'll never be the same tool that Dave had. Yeah, so that's all cut up and put over in my compost pile. And then here, in the Dalcony, which, in case you don't know, the Dalcony is a cross between a balcony and a deck. Dalcony. And I used to have a couple of like old, furniture patio chairs that were in here. And I don't really sit on them much. I prefer to sit on my rocking chair and bring it inside and out. I will need to get another chair for a guest, because that's what it kind of was two chairs, one for me and one for a guest. But yeah, I cleaned out that whole area and behind there, and took out those chairs. They're out at the end of the road at the driveway there, and if anybody wants them, they can take them, because like I said on the sign, they're free. Those chairs are free, but if you don't take them today, tomorrow they're going to be $2,000, so you might as well take them now. And yeah, that's about it, really. This was one thing I had planned that I wanted to do, was to clean this up, and so that's accomplished. The next thing I want to do with this is kind of cat-proof it some more. There's some areas where Emmy could get out, like jumping up there and climbing up and getting out. But I'd like to get some mesh and basically make this into a huge catio for me and Emmy. And then she can hang out with me out here, and she can sit out here and watch the birds and get wet and look at the snow and all that shit. So that's the next plan for this. And yeah, I think if you remember way back, I talked about trying to fix the leak that's in the roof now. Such a long story with this Dalcony. This part of the roof that's right above me was actually not in the design. The original design was just this part was covered, but when he built it, and I was sitting here, of course I would, there's no cover from the rain or the elements, so it really didn't do anything. So last minute, the guy who built this put on this steel roof, and it leaked. And so we used Gorilla Tape, we used the Gorilla Goo, we used not masking tape, gaff tape. We used everything we could think of to try, and in the end, in trying to stop the leak up there, it actually became worse. So it's kind of crazy that we put up so much effort into that, and it ended up being a failure. So I'm not usually coming out here when it's inclement weather. I've got two. I can go into Bella's place, or else I can go into the camp. So I've got shelter if I need it. But yeah, I would like to weatherproof this completely. Oh, look at the little kitty. Hey, little bitty kitty. I'm talking about you. Yeah. So yeah, that's in a plan to after I get this place caged in, then I'll work on the leak. And I did a little bit of trimming out front, the big bush out front. I believe it's a hydrangea. It was blocking the house numbers, as I'm always telling my landlady, but she loves the blossoms, and like I was trying to stop it from covering the house numbers, and that was stopping it from blooming, so I had to kind of stop for a while and just kind of let it go so it could go into bloom. And it did cover up the house numbers for a while, but yeah, now that it's dying off, and now that I can actually get to it without getting stung, because it was just filled with bees and hornets and everything else that was getting nectar. Yeah, so I was finally be able to get at it this time, and got it taken down a bit. I've got some more work to do on it, but I can give that in another month or so. And yeah, other than that, what's been going on? I went to see Nosferatu the other night, the 1922 version, and it was at our playhouse in town here, and actually had a live orchestra. And the guy, the composer, a local composer, Andrew Miller, and I was thinking about this afterwards, that it was a very kind of really unique viewing, because he wrote a score for Nosferatu that's like original. And I don't, like I was saying to a buddy of mine today that I ran into, I was telling him, I'm like, you know, to just do that for one night, for like, or whatever, how long the movie is, like an hour and a half, all the practice, and to write all that and teach it to the other musicians, and just do one night, I don't know. I mean, they've got to be doing some other showings around the province or something like that, because that's, I mean, it's crazy. It's really cool that it's kind of like an original score that we got to see, and probably, you know, I mean, none of you people watching this, unless you were there, will ever hear that score. So it was kind of neat, a neat outing to be able to go and see Nosferatu with an original score, and he did a really good job too. Not too much coming up, just getting ready for winter, fall, then winter. And I've got to get some more cardboard for the garden beds. The flower beds are still alive, so until they die off, once they die off, then I'll be able to get cardboard onto those ones, and also finish my potato beds too, and get them put away for the winter, and put some more leaves down, and then some cardboard, and then yeah, I'll be done for the winter in about February. And I've actually set an alarm for, excuse me, I just had supper not too long ago, so I'm kind of burping. In February, and I've set on my calendar, it'll be a reminder to prune the apple trees. That is the best time to prune your fruit trees, is in late winter, early spring. The tree is still dormant. I had thought about being able to do it now, now that it's put out all its fruit and it's going to be dying. But if you go hacking your trees now, when there's still really like a lot of the juice and life flowing through them before winter, you can actually damage the tree. And if you do it too early, you can introduce, you know, diseases and things like that. So the best thing is just to wait until late winter, early spring, so February, Marches, and then you can trim down your trees at that point, which is what I'll be doing. And this isn't a Garden in Devon video, but you probably won't see any. Well, I might do one once I finish doing my cardboard of my gardens and all that, but other than that, you're not going to see a Garden in Devon, and it'll be season 3 in 2026, so you'll be seeing that in February. And other than that, I'd like to tell you to please subscribe, like, and share. Oh, one last thing. The H.P. Lovecraft live reading, I'm thinking about possibly doing that this week. It's the 20th, so I could save it for Halloween, but I think I'm going to try and get it in this week. Subscribe so that you know, and click all notifications so you'll be notified when I'm going to be doing that live reading, if you're interested. That's H.P. Lovecraft live reading of The Tomb. Other than that, again, please like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you on the next video, my friends.